Witam w kolejnym odcinku Broken Sword. W tej chwili wybierzemy się chyba do Hiszpanii z powrotem oddać kielich. Zobaczymy, co hrabina tam nam powie. Jak dalej się losy potoczą.
I'd been planning to return the chalice anyway, but I hadn't expected the trail to bring me here. The Villa de Vasconcelos was as picturesque as ever. The weather was still clear, and Lopez was still watering the damn lawn. I was beginning to suspect that he was surgically attached to that hose. Hi there, Lopez. How's tricks?
Senor Stobart, how pleasant to see you. You are well.
Fine, thanks. Is the Countess in?
She is waiting for you. I will show you up.
It's okay, I know the way.
Senor Stobart, I feel I owe you an apology.
No, you don't.
I was impolite on our first meeting.
Look, Lopez, just forget about it. I came on like a snake oil merchant. I wouldn't have trusted me in your shoes.
You do not understand. Finding the chalice has given my lady a new lease of life. It's a marvel. She smiles, she laughs. The tradesmen are saying that she is on Prozac.
Dobrze, także idziemy prosto do willi. Porozmawiać sobie z hrabiną. Tu można sobie zabrać, widzę, lusterko już. Nam się przyda później.
Senor Stobart, oh, what a pleasure. Please, sit down.
Hi, Countess. The pleasure's all mine. I've brought back your chalice.
Why? You've had it cleaned.
Yeah, I met an obliging priest with a soft cloth.
Have you resolved the Templar mystery?
No, not yet. I don't even know what it is I'm after.
There are many stories of the knights secreting great wealth away.
Whatever. All I know is I don't want the bad guys to get it.
Ah, to be young and live in a world of moral absolutes.
I discovered something amazing with that chalice. In Paris, I found a church where they recognized the coat of arms. I found the tomb of Don Carlos de Vasconcelos.
You are sure? There can be no mistake?
The coat of arms on the chalice matches the one on the tomb.
Incredible. You have my most profound thanks. I must go there as soon as possible.
Yeah? Well, I'd be happy to show you the city. There's something else that I discovered carved on Don Carlos's tomb. Biblical references.
What are the references, Senor Stobart?
Psalms 32:7, Corinthians.
I am not a good enough scholar to know the Bible chapter and verse. I meant, what are the quotations?
You know, I forgot to ask the priest.
Co zapomniałem? Chciałem się spytać, to nic ksiądz nie powiedział. Zapomniał.
Does this mean anything to you?
Nothing at all.
Dobra, to idziemy.
Around if that's okay.
Tak,
My home is your home. I shall remain here.
idziemy w takim razie do mauzoleum, bo z tego co pamiętam leżała tam Biblia. Więc powinna nam rozjaśnić kwestię wersetów. Przeszedł sobie przez tą wodę. Co za dzikus. Dobra, Biblię mamy. No bierz to chłopie. No czemu tego nie bierze?
I couldn't climb up there without breaking something. I couldn't reach up there.
No co za łoś. Chciałem zapalić, kurczę, to. No jak to zrobić?
Now that it had given up its secret, the glass squares in the lectern were just decorative again.
Myślałem, że tym kijem dałoby się... że ten kij dałoby się zapalić i podpalić tą świecę.
I couldn't reach up there.
Może chusteczką obwiązać? No i znowu zdjął. No nie. Nie, proszę pana, tak się nie będziemy bawić. Jak już zawiązałeś tą chusteczkę, to już ją kurczę podpal. No, brawissimo. Ależ pan jest sprytny, panie Stowart. Przebiegły lis. I coś zgasło. O, no nie. No nie. Trzeba najpierw zamknąć
I
okno.
couldn't climb up there without breaking something.
Wchwyć to i zamknij okno. Dziękuję bardzo. Jeszcze raz chusteczkę zacząłem, czy się teraz podpali, bo nie wiem. Dobra, płonie.
The candle had burnt brilliantly, but only for a couple of minutes. Some kind of special formulation, I guess. And had yielded up this. A complex shape expertly cut in stone. I figured it was some kind of key.
No i fajnie. Dobrze, teraz idziemy z powrotem do pani hrabiny. Przyznać się, że zepsuliśmy świecę. Bez jej pozwolenia. Ale co tam? Cóż złego się może stać? Przecież nas nie nakarmi. Znaczy, nie nakarmi psy nami. Boże drogi. No szybciej idź, panie Stobart. Bo tu nie ma co się wlec.
Hello again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
Here's the Bible from the mausoleum.
Very well. Let us begin. The first reference.
Psalms 32:7.
Thou art my hiding place. Thou shalt preserve me from trouble. Thou shalt compass me about with songs of deliverance. My hiding place.
Don't get your hopes up too high. This might just be leading us to where we found the chalice.
You are right, of course. The next.
Okay, John 4:11.
John 4:11. Here. The well is deep. The next. Quickly.
Okay. Corinthians 4:5.
Here it is. Will bring to light the hidden things. Any more?
Just one. Psalms again. 22:21.
Save me from the lion's mouth, for thou hast heard me from the horns of the unicorns. The last is confusing. Lions, unicorns, what does it mean?
I can't guess.
Salient points seem to be a hiding place and a deep well. In no sense is the mausoleum a well, Senor Stobart.
Is there a well in the grounds?
I do not know. I suppose that there must have been once upon a time. Lopez is the man to ask about anything pertaining to the estate.
What do you make of this?
It looks like some sort of key. Where did you get it from?
It was buried inside the great candle in the mausoleum.
Inside it. What have you done to it?
I, lit it.
But it is irreplaceable.
Listen, the candle was to be lit in case of Moorish attack, right? Well, it burnt down in no time and revealed this key thing. Maybe that was the real purpose of lighting the candle.
What are you suggesting?
That lighting the candle was the equivalent of break glass in case of emergency.
Sentiment must not stand in the way of solving this mystery. You did the right thing.
Dobrze, więc szukajmy w takim razie studni.
I'll just have another look around.
Very well.
Dobra, porozmawiajmy z tym dziadem.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
You must know just about everything that there is to know about this place.
See, I have lived my whole life here in the service of the Vasconcelos.
Do you know of a well anywhere around here?
A well? Si, senor. This used to be a fortified villa. How can you last a siege without water?
Great! So where is it?
How should I know? The well was covered over in the last century. It was dangerous, you see.
And you have no idea where it was?
None. It was hidden even before my grandfather's time.
You must have a vague idea of where the well is.
It must have been in the old house's courtyard, so that would put it around here.
Here? Okay. Now, how do we find it?
There might be a way. Let me think about it.
Any ideas yet?
We are looking for a source of water, see?
Yes.
For generations, the Spanish country folk have had a secret way of locating water, even if it is meters beneath the ground.
Ah, you're not talking about water dousing, are you?
Eh?
You know, you get a stick and walk around until the stick twitches and dig there.
Oh, you've heard of it.
Yeah, I think most of the planet has. Okay, let's get a stick.
Uno momento. It must be a special stick, a Y of hazel.
Right. Do you have any hazel trees?
See, here. That is hazel.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios.
Dobrze. Czy taki krzaczor
I
to
went
jest...
over to find a suitable stick. I
Leszczyna.
don't believe it. There wasn't a single usable Y-shaped branch on the whole damn thing.
No jak nie może... Jak nie ma gałęzi w kształcie litli Y, no co za baran. Już to jest niemożliwe, że nie ma. Dobra, ale taki krzaczor był też tutaj.
I went over to find a suitable stick. Aha!
Aha. Przypadek? Nie sądzę. Dobra, no i co z tym kijasem teraz? Gdzie ja mam z nim chodzić? Z powrotem do dziada. Trzeba iść zapytać.
Hi, Lopez.
Certainly, senor.
Well, I got my divining rod. Now what?
Simplicity itself, senor. Hold the wand at the upper ends of the Y.
W życiu bym nie wpadł.
Tension with your wrists so that the slightest movement of the wand's tip is clear, and walk slowly and steadily over the area.
Sounds easy enough. We'll find this well in no time.
Tam 20 godzin później.
Senor Stobart, you've found something.
This is it. This is where we find the secret of the Templars. Hidden here for hundreds of years. Lost from the sight of man until now. The mystery is revealed.
It's a tin can.
I've been walking up and down with a twig in my hands, looking for a tin can.
It had water in it. That's what the dowsing stick must have detected.
I'd have to check with an archaeologist, but I don't think the Templars left that.
In truth, Senor Stobart, the loan was laid many, many years ago. This can could date back to the Napoleonic Wars.
Get rid of it and I'll try it again. Lopez threw the can away. It seemed to fall an awfully long way. The splash at the end confirmed what we both suspected. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
It has been here all the time. All those years and nobody found it.
Stood in awe for a moment, marveling at the secrets all around us.
I could have fallen down that.
The well had been lost for decades at least. The air was cool after the noon sun, but that's not what gave me goosebumps. I have a really, really bad feeling about this.
Złe przeczucia. A to oznacza tylko jedno. Śmierć.
From a distance, the lion's head had been impressive. Close up, it was frightening. Hey, one of the fangs is a separate piece. I could hear the sound of a lot of stone moving, and I knew.
No spadaj, panie, stamtąd. No, było blisko. Było blisko.
Oh, very funny, you psychos!
Signor Stoba! Signor Stoba! Are you all right?
It's okay, Lopez, I'm fine!
Hey, susto mi has dada! You gave me a scare!
Nice try, Templars. I wish that I had Leary's flashlight now. It just felt like a pitted stone wall. I'd almost been killed for the sake of a red herring.
Dobra, latarki nie mamy. Ale możemy lusterka poświecić trochę. Oho, jest
There.
zamek.
In the middle of the door, I could see some kind of socket. It looked like this wasn't quite the dead end it had seemed.
Dobra. Więc tutaj nam się przyda ten klocek, będący kluczem.
Now I knew what I was looking for. It only took a few moments to find it. And there it was. A worked socket, as smooth and perfect as if it had been carved only yesterday.
No i co dalej?
Now I knew what I was looking for. And there it was. A
Dalej nic nie widać.
Open sesame! Another secret door.
Ile tych drzwi tam jest? Dobra, włazimy. O, i nagle się stała jasność.
Before I left, though, there was one last thing to do. You won't be needing that replacement piece anymore, Countess. I found it with the children. You'll probably want to be alone for a while. I'll be out in the garden with Lopez.
George, welcome back.
Come in, George. It's good to see you again.
Is it?
Sure. What did you find in Spain?
Without André, we wouldn't have got this far, George.
Yeah, I know. The clues led to an underground chamber at the bottom of a well. The Templars had left a tapestry showing a chessboard. The white pieces were vastly outnumbered. There was a stream running across the board, and a Templar knight on a horse.
Does it mean anything to you, André?
No, nothing.
Maybe we should tell André what else you found, George.
There's a map and a Latin inscription to the west at the edge of the world.
George found that in a cave in Syria.
Yeah, where the assassin almost killed me.
Then we have got the burning of Jacques de Molay and the date, 1314.
From the window of the church in Montfaucon Square, one of the few places where nobody tried to kill me.
Then we have the image of a church that Georges found at the excavation. I don't recall anyone trying to kill you there either, Georges.
And finally we have the tapestry in Spain. Did I mention I almost got killed there?
Not yet, but I'm sure you're about to.
It was only my cat-like reflexes that saved me from certain death.
Cat-like reflexes, eh?
And while I was risking life and limb, where were you, Andre? Getting your glasses fogged up over an Etruscan vase?
That's enough, boys. Can we get back to saving the world?
Of course. My apologies.
He started it.
Well, the Latin phrase are the words of Julius Caesar. He was describing the island of Britain.
Are you sure? The map didn't look much like Britain.
How come Caesar described Britain as being at the edge of the world?
To the Romans, the Mediterranean was the center of the universe. Britain was a remote, unfriendly place, inhabited by blue-painted savages.
It hasn't changed much.
They've stopped painting themselves blue.
Except when they go to a football match.
They used an extract from a plant called woad, Isetis tinctoria. The Scots were using it until fairly recently in their wars with the English.
Fairly recently? I don't recall the Scots being at war with the English. How recently are you talking about?
I believe William Wallace's men used it in the 13th century. They might well have been using it as late as...
You can't remember, can you?
1314.
Ah, we're back onto that, are we?
Andre, what is it? What do you mean?
1314 in Scotland. The Battle of Bannockburn.
That would explain the stream on the chessboard. That's what a burn is. Right, Andre? As in Bannockburn?
Right, George. And it gets better. Tradition has it that the Scots were helped by a shock force of, well, can't you guess?
Knights Templar?
Yes, a group of outlawed Templars. They are said to have turned the tide for the Scots.
And it all ends at a church in the Isle of Britain at Bannockburn in a church.
What are we waiting for? I'll call a cab.
I can't go.
Andre, you've been loads of help, but...
What George is trying to say is that you shouldn't feel guilty.
I was?
We understand you've got commitments. Oh, listen, we have to hurry. Let's go, George.
We'll see it through. Oh, and, don't worry about us.
No to fantastycznie, czeka nas w takim razie wyprawa kolejna. Ale to już w następnym odcinku. A może jeszcze nie. A może jeszcze nie. Albo tak, dobra, ja sobie sejwuję tutaj i widzimy się w kolejnym odcinku, gdzie wyruszymy sobie w kolejną podróż. Także do zobaczenia, na razie, cześć.